This is September the 18th, Sunday afternoon. Well, here I am sitting on my throne watching football, trying to get back to writing my memoirs. The biggest problem I always have is thinking up something to write about. When in all these years, it looks like 83 years, I'd have enough stuff to say by that time. To think about it, to say it. Well, I'm trying to record this and trying to dictate it at the same time. But anyway, I was thinking about, surely there's something that's happened in all those years that be noteworthy. Rather than thinking of a topic, I am inclined to just write down scattered thoughts like I just had this moment. While I was going to Ole Miss, I had a dream that came true. It was about one of the 3 C's I made while working on my master's degree. Nothing wrong with making a C, except that you can't have many of them and get a master's degree. I had to have a B average to graduate. That means that for every C I made, I had to have an A to keep a B average. The course I was taking that I made my first C was geology. There's nothing really difficult about geology, and I can start a litany of excuses, reasons for it. The main was not spending enough time on it. I couldn't do just like I did at Louisiana Tech as an undergraduate, just studied the night before a test. I'm reading this off and I spalled nothing. This was a pressure situation here at Ole Miss. We were all teachers of high school students in the school we're going to at Ole Miss. We all taught math and science in high school. There were some high school principals and some supervisors there, but not many. We all were on federal scholarships paid by the National Science Foundation. Each of us had to apply for the scholarships. They were only offered to teachers of science or math. The government started this program to catch up with the Russians. This was during the time when the first space satellite was launched. Russia had beaten us by putting up Sputnik 1, which that was their name for the satellite. The USA had to step up its space program, and we were behind in stressing math and science in school. It takes a lot of math and science to build a space program, and it was not being emphasized in schools. This was mainly due to not enough science and math teachers. A lot of math and science majors went into industry because it paid a lot more. I did that also. As soon as I received my MS from Ole Miss, I started looking for a higher paying job in industry. I loved the teaching, but with a wife and 3 kids below school age, my financial situation was way too meager, to say the least. I remember my first paycheck at Marion, Louisiana High School. It was $228, and I had to go a month before I received it. Now, I do realize that I'm digressing, meandering, wandering around from thought to thought, but when I think about writing coherently, my next thought is, that's who you are. That's you, or it's me. If I did that, that is, write coherently, then I would have to say to myself that famous statement I made when Jared made it a popularism by saying it all the time. That is, you bore me. The way this came about, the origin of you bore me was as follows. One day, we were at Leon's computer shop in Shreveport. Mike O'Brien, Leon, myself, and I don't know who else. I didn't even remember Jared being there. Mike was showing me some of his computer color scene work. I was watching him for a while. Then I got tired of it and suddenly said, "You bore me." I didn't think anything about it, but Jared fell out laughing. I still didn't realize that Jared was that impressed with my say it until a year or two ago when he related how funny that was to him. Since then, "You bore me" has become a household saying for Lynn, Larson, and Ingy, and Jared, of course. He actually made it famous. How ironic this scene was in that I didn't or don't remember Jared being there. He was the originator of this infamous quotation. Hold up here a minute and I'll check my time on this.